How do I put into words what I feel, what I know about my reason for not having a job? It's God's, Elohim's guidance that I be employed in, that I not be employed in the current system, or that I be self-employed. It keeps me, most of us, actually, in a cycle of using our masculine energy, so much so that we don't enjoy the time we spend when we are working. If we don't enjoy the time we spend at work, which is the majority of our lives, we are not able to be fully present with God. That keeps us in a negative state of mind the majority of the time, which inhibits our ability to ascend to a higher state of consciousness. Also, this continuous loop of masculine energy keeps us anxious and tired, unable to truly relax because we're out of balance with our feminine. As such, it is more difficult to receive. We as a society generally find it hard to accept help from others, believing it is virtuous to be able to do it all on our own. This keeps us in survival mode, making it almost impossible to allow anyone else, let alone God, to control the circumstances of our lives. Maybe in this in-between time, I'm supposed to practice the chop wood, carry water transcendence, which is finding transcendence in the mundane. I know I was trying to do that when I was at my previous job. Why did I stop? I began to compartmentalize the spiritual again. Did I misunderstand the message? Or was my hermitage necessary for me? Either way, I also feel that Elohim is showing me that we as a society, value and put too much faith in money, that faith should be spent on God, the God within that each of us is and has. Money is only a symbol, one form of the abundance that we are capable of receiving. The pursuit of it is a form of idolatry. It puts the obtaining of wealth above our own best interests. How many times have we wanted a day off to do something fun, to be with a loved one, or even just to rest, and we were told that we couldn't have that time for our purposes? The job, the pursuit of money superseded our self-care, our self-love. I know that I had a lot of missed opportunities like this in my previous life, and it kept me miserable. I've just figured out where my money block comes from. It comes from Revelations 13:16 through 18. It also forced all the people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of men. That number is 666. I came to believe many years ago that the number on the forehead or in the hand was a credit card number, which just about everyone these days has to have to buy or sell in our current society. 666, the devil's number, the number of humanity, being exalted and worshipped. 666 as an angel number is tied to love, health, wholeness, destiny, and empathy. As it is interpreted in numerology, it is tied to an imbalance in your life that needs to be visited and altered. This whole situation I've been talking about here is about how there is an imbalance between the masculine and feminine energies in the current societal structure, causing a generalized lack of self-love. This has resulted in a society that is generally unhealthy, spiritually fragmented away from God, our source, which leads to a lack of empathy, turning a blind eye to the suffering surrounding and within us, a lack of balance that needs to be visited and altered. What a revelation. My mind keeps going back to the fact that being right with God means not being right with the world. Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This verse emphasizes that aligning oneself with God's standards may require going against prevailing norms and values of society. Christians are called to live in the world but not be of the world, meaning that they should participate in society while remaining faithful to God's principles. These have been some of my thoughts and views about the prevalency of masculine energy in our society. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like. If you'd like to support my channel, there are links in the description. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day, beautiful souls. See you next time.